and they gonna
So
run with it.
that's so let me ask the question again, because Jawan, you said this because this generation is based off of the last generation. Whatever they
This
seeing going
generation's
on
cooked.
They
is
cook,
going
bro.
on in the it's our fault. We are the parents now.
I ain't got no
We
kids.
are
Yes,
the
It's
they
my
parents.
are
fault.
It's
cooked.
our fault. So again, I'm gonna say this again. So back in the day when the FCC tried to step in and remove these obstacles that are now currently placed in our face, we would get a totally different world. And I think it would be, to me, in my opinion, it'd be more positive. It'd be a more positive effect on society
Mm. I
because I'm not saying okay, and this is goes back to the Nicki and Drake going with somebody else type of situation. This is just a what if the FCC steps in, does society change in a more positive direction? The
Society
whole back in
changes
the
and hip hop doesn't. Not to
No,
cut you off, but it changes. But hip hop doesn't take the forefront. It does if that's the case, because if hip hop was based off of the freedom of speech, being able to express how you feel. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like there's certain artists who be out there that when they rap about the murder, kill shit, that's them expressing themselves. I do feel like if the FCC did step in and did have like a cultural lockdown, hip hop doesn't become as big as it does
but it
or
was
as it
also
is.
they was also going after movies and they was also going after video games as
Because
well.
what the TV and everything. I think some things within hip hop culture, when you blend it to video games and uh, other places or other situations and everything, hip hop gives it its own little flair. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I
Mhm.
heard it in a rap song. This is that, the third. Oh, it's cool because you got the beat, you got your favorite rapper, whoever's saying it how they say it. I feel like we can't be blamed, and I'm talking about us three because we don't have any kids. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if
I
we
definitely.
did, we would be I ain't got no kids, but I feel like we would be raising our kids to move a certain way and to be like, if you gonna listen to this shit, you gotta understand that there's a difference. You have to, like you were saying earlier, Jawan. Some people can't separate your on screen life to your real life. And I think we come from the generation where we understood like if we did our dirt, we go do it by our lonely, and only whoever was involved knew what was going on. We didn't have all that extra shit, and we stayed out of shit that we had no business being in, bro. I feel like the generation today is cooked because they see, they hear this murder, guns and money and
But
clickbait, and their
but
mamas is
far
only fan models. It's a lot. It's a lot going on, bro.
but far
It's
as
a
them
lot going on.
songs, far as songs like that go, what you was talking about, far as like murder, murder, kill, kill. The problem is with that music, and don't get me wrong, cause I love that music too. But I know I'm not about to go out there and murder, murder, kill nobody.
For sure, a hundred
But
percent. Yeah, I'm
the
with you.
thing
Hell no.
is, I know the consequences of it. A lot of
Yeah,
the time nowadays, bro, people don't know the consequence of it. Like the youth don't know the consequence of it, and that goes to
Can I touch on that
Odell
real quick?
point. That kind of goes to Odell point where he was saying like in his theory where it's like they getting off, they beating Ricos.
But
yeah,
wait,
son.
can I touch on that real quick? So we know the consequences. We are afraid of the consequences, but those consequences are not as bad as we think that they are. Like these kids that's out here, the Kia boys stealing cars and doing this, that, and other, they are smarter than we think. Oh, it's just a misdemeanor. That shit ain't gonna, it don't do this, that, and the other. Like, did we know that back in the day? No, we just knew go outside, I'm gonna get a switch and whoop your motherfucking ass. That's what our fear was that. These niggas ain't scared of misdemeanors. Now they
Hold on,
not be
I'm gonna
they're,
say
they're
this.
not
Hold on.
now
To
they
to
not
to
about
to
to be
to,
afraid of RICO cases.
to back you off of that switch. I never in my life went out there to go get a stick to have somebody beat me. I wish my auntie, my grandfather's sister, she tried that shit one time. I looked at her like she was crazy. Like she was
Yeah,
crazy.
no, that
But not to sway off of what we was talking about. But
yeah.
nah, I just feel like it's different, bro. It's different out here, bro. These kids and these younger generations, they don't have no guidance. They just see what they
Bro,
see and just
nigga,
expect it to be real life.
One, people having too many kids, they can't raise them, so they just raise them
Facts.
however they want to. My little,
Facts.
my, I think she's my aunt or my cousin, whatever. She got like 12 kids. Every single one of them is barely anything. They're nothing. The young one of them, his name is,
What
I'm not even gonna say his name, but he was
Shit, type
posting
shit.
something on he was posting something on. I've reached out to this man several times, like, bro, don't go down this road of being in the streets. You think the streets is cool. Your father thought the streets was cool. The streets is not cool. That's not the route to go. He don't listen. So I'm like,
Wait,
so
hold on, time out,
I feel
time
you,
out,
Juwan. I
time
feel
out,
you,
time
Juwan.
out,
I feel you,
time out.
Juwan. I
Cause
feel
you
you, Juwan.
just made my point that I said earlier,
no,
bro.
I know. I'm saying I agree. That's why I was saying I need you. I need you to be able to differentiate what I'm saying. Like I agree with what you're saying, but what I'm saying is if something else happened, I'm trying to divert reality. I'm trying to change a point in the multiverse. I'm building a. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to do. I understand exactly what you're saying. I agree with what you're saying, but what I'm saying, if something else would have happened, will we have a different outcome than what we have now? That's what I'm saying.
I mean, if you
Yeah,
basing
I
it,
feel
if
like
you
it should.
basing it off of what if, yeah, if it's a what if. But
Is it a
if
possibility?
Yeah,
we talking about if
yeah,
we
it's a
talking
possibility.
about
Yeah.
you them doing that and changing the whole environment, yes, because you're changing
Yes.
the whole environment.
Yes, that's what
And
I'm
matter of
saying.
fact,
That was the question.
and when you change the environment, it also opens up different parts of your fucking mind, bro. Like it starts to change you in a way. And I
Yeah.
can speak for myself. We Detroit nigga moved down to Georgia. My whole aura was different when I first came down there. Like I'm looking at niggas smiling at me. Why the fuck is y'all so
Bro,
happy, my nigga? What's wrong with
bro,
y'all?
facts, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, when I moved from DC, bro, to Atlanta, bro, it was my first time being out of DC, bro. And from where I'm from, bro, if a motherfucker look at you too long, bro, we either squabbling or somebody getting shot. Like that's really what it is. And it wasn't until
That's
I got
bad.
down there,
It's
bro,
true.
but like when southern hospitality is really a thing. Like it'd be 9 a.m. in the morning, my nigga. You in Walmart and everybody's greeting you and you have an
Smiling and
attitude
shit.
problem because they're being happy. But where you come from and what your environment is, you not really used to people up that early. And if they are, they're not happy to be up that early because they gotta go to work. They gotta do some shit they ain't want to do. So it took me a long time for me to like go through that and be like, okay, you know what? It is okay to be happy to be alive and happy to be like, oh, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you, or nice, or thank you know what I'm saying. What's up with you? And not always think it's a confrontation or think that it's always going to result into fucking beef. But I think it's the environments that we come from, bro. Even when I go back home sometimes and I walk around, I be finding myself saying hi, and niggas be looking at me like, nigga, what
Fuck
fuck
you
out my
mean
face? You
high?
know what I'm saying? I be like, yeah, I be like, oh my bad, I forgot where I was at. But it's just, man, it's just different, bro. But fine, to answer your question, if the FCC, if this steps in, it does change because you don't get some of the higher like pillars of hip hop throughout any decade to have that reign or to have that platform to spew out their lifestyle and their environment onto other people who either has an idea of what they're talking about or has no idea. It leaves that space in there for them to interpret whatever it is they want to interpret for the message that they
I
hear, bro.
I
Not
just
hold
feel
on,
it.
before I forget. Jay Z, Pusha T, Benny the Butcher, all of them, they could talk about these coke bars and all this other stuff in the third. And there's a person in the cul-de-sac of Utah going crazy to some stuff like this because it's so fascinated to them. And they may or may not want to go out and do what they hear. And then you have someone from the same block, from the same city of a rapper or Benny Butcher or whatever, and they know about the lifestyle and they don't get into it because they know the outcome. So I think it really depends. It falls down on too, like Jawan was saying, of the environment that you come from and the people that raise you, bro. I really, really strongly do believe that. Either way, you got to know what's good, what's bad, and hopefully you don't get cooked. I mean, for real,
Yeah,
bro. I couldn't even
this
fathom having a
generation cook.
baby in this day and age, bro.
Man, they
I wouldn't even
cook.
know what to do.
The coolest weirdo.